What do you think? What do you think the ethical implications are for posting video deposition clips before the trial? This is something I don't think I've ever seen before.
It's beyond bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
I have no reference. I've never seen it done. I mean, I've been practicing for over 10 years. I've never seen anybody publish deposition testimony like 10 days before a trial. I mean, really the move is, I mean, if I was representing Laura Owens, I would highly advise her to go to the mountains somewhere where there's no internet and just chill out until we get, Dominic bleep me, just, stay off the internet. Don't worry about what everybody's saying. You're going to have a chance to tell your story. I have this thing when I prep my clients, when they're going to trial, it's like, listen, they're going to get to go first. And when they're going to be telling their story. It's going to feel really bad. You have to trust me that I'm going to get your story out. We're going to have an opportunity to cross-examine. They got to do their thing, and then we're going to do our thing. But you need to be steadfast in the truth. I always use that statement with my clients. Like, look, you don't have anything to worry about because we're going in there standing on truth. If Laura can't stand on the truth, then she's trying to overcompensate with these blog posts, with these clips, with Gingras threatening people with $140 million lawsuits and yourself.
And homelessness. So I'm not worried about him. What I think he's trying to do, one is his technique is intimidation.
Yeah.
It's intimidation, and he thinks he can make people shut up. What he doesn't understand, though, and maybe it would have worked on Dave because Dave hasn't been around this for very long. And I think it really did affect Dave. I think Dave was very worried about it until a bunch of us in the law tube kind of sphere jumped in to help and cover this story. He was feeling very exposed and very alone, which is exactly what David Gingras was probably hired to do. Come in, roll in with all the empty threats without anybody knowing they're empty, try and throw around a bunch of legal terms that maybe a layperson wouldn't understand.
Right.
And, I've looked at his claims and what he can't prove. There's no defamation here. For one, she's a limited purpose public person. Okay.
Right.
She's a podcaster. She bills herself as a TEDx speaker. She is by definition a public persona. So that means that it would have to rise to the level of actual malicious intent. And you can look at every single person in this community, and there has never been 1 ounce of maliciousness. We have all told her multiple times, own up, get help, you will be amazed how many people will forgive you and actually want to hear your story when you get well about what happened. Why did you do this? Just stop. So I don't believe him. I don't believe that he's actually serious about suing anybody for defamation. Did he ever get back to you about any of that?
No, well, he never, after I did my live stream, he did that. It was like radio silence. And so I didn't get a cease and desist. I didn't get threatened with anything.
Wild stuff today. Have you guys heard this Chase J. Jones story we've been covering?
Yes.
I have a second source that verified the phone number.
Oh, a second source?
I have a second source that verified that her
up.
phone number is attached in a separate non-YouTube way. In a separate way, somebody somewhere, which will of course be going through a legal system, will prove her phone number is attached to Chase J. Jones.
Unbelievable.
Somebody fill me in on what is the Chase J. Jones thing?
All right, I'm going to say this as quickly as I can. Chase J. Jones is a black man that was created to cancel Clayton Eckerd on middle October. We knew it was a fake person because it was they tried to cancel him for dancing to a song with the N-word. They also joined my Patreon. We subpoenaed Patreon, Google, and YouTube to get his identity. He quashed the motion, refused to go on a FaceTime with me to verify their identity. We knew all along it was Jane Doe, and it was proven with 2 different sort of angles due to two-factor authentication that Chase J. Jones was attached to Jane Doe's phone number. So she created a black man who was a journalism student at Howard University to essentially cancel Clayton with press releases she sent through Chase Jones to a whole
GTFO, man.
It was the biggest story that couldn't be cracked, even though we knew it was her. That now, and of course she denied it to me. And Chase J. Jones filed a motion to quash my subpoena. So so now also, and I believe that's federal. So in court documents, if she is Chase J. Jones, which it's looking like it is, that is a whole separate like federal issue, I believe. Like, what happens when you fake an identity in a court?
You know, I'm not sure what specific cause of action I would put into that, but that is a level of harassment that goes above and beyond the normal thing you would see. Hey, have you, Ileana, have you ever litigated a case where somebody's faking an identity for the purpose of trying to harass or bully somebody, like in a DV case or something?
Not that I can think of.
I mean, I've definitely had cases.
It would fall under cyberbullying, I would imagine.
Yeah, but like as a cause of action, like what would be like the specific one that has all?
I'm not sure there is one. I mean, she's really. Let's just be totally honest, guys. She is really good at just going up to the line where there is no criminality necessarily, including her threats of extortion. Because you know what we found out? What I found out through researching extortion in Arizona, that at least in the state of Arizona, you have to have a monetary amount of money that you are trying to extort from someone, or it's not extortion. You cannot, it's not extortion, I guess, to say, if you don't date me, I'm not going to have an abortion. If you don't date me, I'm going to be in your life for 18 years.
Miss Owens, isn't it true that you, in an email, asserted to Mr. Eckerd that we are 100% having the child and there is no going back?
Yes.
And isn't it true that you said that to him specifically in quotes, if you either don't get back to me tonight or if you give me the final word that you don't want to date and choose the outcome of the pregnancy, we are 100% going to have this child?
Yes.
You remember saying that?
Yes.
So in essence, wouldn't you agree that you put the life of this child, this alleged child, in the hands of a man that didn't want to date you, essentially giving him the ultimatum: date me and I will get the abortion. Stay with me. Or do I get that backwards? Stay with me and I'll get the abortion. Leave me and I'm definitely having this kid.
Objection compound.
I'll rephrase.
Supposed to be doing objection, and I'm here like, what the hell?
Where were you on that one, Ileana? I know. I'm literally doing this on the spot.
You're going to have to break that down, counselor.
Okay. So, is it fair to say that you put the life of this child in the hands of Mr. Eckerd?
I wanted us to make a decision together.
That wasn't my question, though, was it, Miss Owens? My question was, isn't it true that you put the life of this child in the hands of Mr. Eckerd?
No.
But you told him, if you stay with me, I will get the abortion. If you don't stay with me, I'm having this child. You told him that, didn't you?
Well, I told him we had to agree to try to have a relationship because I was pregnant.
Miss Owens, wouldn't you agree that you did not just answer my question?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Miss Owens, let's try the question again. Isn't it true that you told Mr. Eckerd, if you stay with me, I will get an abortion. If you don't stay with me, I'm having the child?
Objection, asked and answered.
It was not. I'm the judge. Overruled.
He's overruling it. You can't overrule your own question.
Well, didn't she say, like, agreed already to that? She said that in the email? Like, I did. Made that question. Yeah,
okay.
She did.
Well, then I'll sustain it. The answer was yes to that question. Okay. Wouldn't you agree, Miss Owens, that that is an extremely coercive way to question another man insofar as you're trying to pause? Let me rephrase. Isn't it true that the intent of that question was to try to get Mr. Eckerd to have a relationship with you?